Good morning, everybody. Here we are walking into Epcot, which I guess has some kind of construction going on because there's these walls over here that we're walking by when they're not usually there. Progress on the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. You can see it over there. I like how it's sort of painted sky blue so it fades into the background rather than being very obvious. And then of course the Spaceship Earth. The big golf ball is over there hidden in the trees. I've mentioned this many times before, but Epcot has a number of festivals, 4 of them to be exact. I used to say 3 all the time, but I was forgetting the Festival of the Holidays. Now they are having the Flower and Garden, which runs through most of the spring and into summer. Isn't it June?
It ends June 3rd.
I guess it ends June 3rd, so not quite into summer, all the way into summer. There are a number of topiaries and food booths. There's always food booths. We have a list of things we want to try. And I'll take some video of the different food booths. You can see what's available during this time. We'll let you know how we feel about some things. There are a few things that we enjoy that we get every time we come here. And then we have a few items on the list that have been highly recommended. We're gonna try. And then maybe a few new things just to give it a go. They're actually made up of a whole bunch of little pictures that I think you could pay for at one point to get them.
Could, yeah.
Anyway, they're going to be taking them out soon and replacing them with beautiful like planters and such. So the whole place will be much more green and lush as opposed to having the tombstones here. We're looking forward to that quite a bit. So they let you a little early and then you come to this rope where you wait next. So really they just move the crowd over, and then about 9 is when they'll open this up. Standing in line for Soarin'. When the rope dropped, we went to Test Track and it was down like it almost always is every time we're here. And they told us before they dropped the rope that anybody who was going to Frozen that it was delayed start, but they didn't bother to mention Test Track, so we all ran over, well, not run, but fast walked over there, and then they're telling us it's a delayed start. That is annoying. They're going to tell you about one, they should tell you about the other too, especially since a lot of people are heading to that. So now we're standing in line for Soarin', which if we had come here first, we probably would have already been done now. Minor complaint. In Soarin', you sit in these chairs like this, and then the screen's over there, that's that blue thing, and what these will do is they'll all fly forward and up in front of the screen, and that's where everyone is. So even though it looks like you're kind of there personally, you have other people around you that are doing the same ride. You can see kind of the feet of the people above you, like these people here right in front of us. We'll see their feet. I can't record any of the video because, or any of the actual movie because it's probably copyright. So, but you can see that there's essentially 3 bays and then 3 rows of each. Oh, we're starting. So you can see over there all the people along with us on this road. During the Flower and Garden, they have a butterfly pavilion set up, or a big butterfly tent. We are going to go check that out, see if there's any butterflies fluttering by. Here's what the tent looks like. There's also a beautiful area here full of flowers along the path. But this is the... Oh, I can already see some butterflies flying around in there. Awesome. Let's see how many we can capture. Well, there's one right there. Oh, there he goes. Hi, butterfly. Wow, man. Still look like they're chasing each other. Well, one's chasing the other. Yeah. Let her go, man.
somewhere that they like salt water, and I'm just trying to verify that. In some of the places they put out like a little, like a deer salt lick, or a dish of salty water. I'm just trying to find that out. So close.
You can see that some of the butterflies are emerging right now. That's incredible. Usually we're here later in the month and there's not this many chrysalises, but there they are. And in case you've never had a biology class in your life, here's a closer shot. You can see some of them moving. That's incredible.
I didn't see the guys at the bottom just hanging out there while the wings are drying.
Yeah.
I didn't even see them before.
They have a timeline of events from inception to opening. Stops at 2016. They've done a lot since then. They'll need to update this soon. I mentioned that there were some topiaries, and here's the first ones we've come across. The Mickey and Minnie, and he's giving her flowers. Oh, they're actually a little picnic, still picnic. And then there's a Donald over here. You can see that one. Looks like a farming Donald because he's holding a sack and a hoe. And I know there's something over there, I can't see it. Oh, it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie. We gotta go check that out. So we've got Donald over here. Oh, and I didn't see the Chip and Dale. You can always tell Chip because Chip has a black nose like a chocolate chip. That's how it is. And Dale always has a red nose. So now I want to move over here to Huey, Dewey, and Louie. These guys are the older versions of Huey, Dewey, and Louie, not from the new cartoon where they're much more distinctive from each other. And they're in order here. Huey's red, Louie is green, and Dewey is blue. Here's what they have at the Pineapple Promenade. They have a spicy hot dog, which I've actually heard good things about, and then pineapple soft serve, which of course is the Dole Whip. But this is mostly just drinks. And they have the Dole Whip with rum. I've had that once. I didn't feel like it mixed in very well, but you know, other people like it. Awesome.
I love that. She does not get enough.
And there's an orange cream slushie that I want to try, and it comes in maybe if they have them orange bird sipper cups. I hope they still have some, so we can take it as a souvenir. So here's what we got. That is the crispy citrus chicken. Josh is cutting up there. Looks like with some type of a little salad, maybe it's just a garnish. And then over here is the orange bird sipper, and there's an orange cream slush inside. I've had some of the slush, it's very good. So we're gonna try, Josh is gonna try this chicken. Once he's done cutting. All right, try one, Josh. Describe the taste to the camera.
It does have a little orange like spark to it. And that's really rather nice. I wasn't sure how that would taste, but that works well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that glaze or something that's on it.
It might be.
I mean, it's a fried chicken patty. I think there's probably like some orange zest in the breading, but I also think the sauce across the top has some orange on it. In any case, it's pretty good. So the sipper cup with the slush was $14 because you also get the cup. And then this was
$5.75.
That's not bad. You get a good sized chicken for $5.75. This is the Honey Bistro. Get it? All right. Roasted cauliflower. I've actually heard really good things about that, and I do like roasted cauliflower. We've also heard good things about the honey mascarpone cheesecake. We'll be coming back for that either later today or the next time we're here in a couple of days. Then a few beverages. Honey peach cobbler freeze sounds kind of good. And then that orange blossom wine sounds good too, but not getting anything here, but that's what they have right now. During this festival, they have a concert series called Garden Rocks, and I'm just going to scan down this so you can see. There are a few people on here I'd love to have seen. March 15th through 16th, Wang Chung. I would love to have seen them. I love Wang Chung. Not just Everybody Have Fun Tonight. That's actually my least favorite song of theirs. I like a lot of their other stuff. Christopher Cross would have been great. We're here during the Herman's Hermits. Not really my thing. I probably would have seen John Felder if we were still here, but we're going to be gone by then. Anyway, it's a pretty nifty list of people and a lot of people that you would recognize. The Canada Pavilion has a restaurant called Le Cellier. It's a steakhouse. And we talk about eating here, but let me show you what the prices are. And we have a lot of friends who love it, and it always gets really good reviews, but the appetizers, those don't seem too bad, 20 bucks. But when you get to the entrees, if you want the ribeye steak, it's $57. The steak and frites is $55. The filet mignon is $59. It's just more than we want to pay. I understand it's great, but that's just more than I want to pay for one person's dinner. We probably could split it, but they do have a split down there, the Chateaubriand for two, $129. It's a lot of food. Anyway, you would probably love it. We would probably love it. We're just not wanting to pay that much. We got Thumper, I love bunnies, and Flower, I love skunks too, fart squirrels. So we've got Thumper and Flower. I love how bashful Flower looks. And then over here, we have Bambi. Of course we do, with Flower and Thumper, but that's really nice. Must be some kind of moss or something. And of course they're in a bed of various flowers and such. More topiaries. There's Piglet. I like the way that they did his striped shirt with different colored flowers. And Eeyore, of course. And Tigger. And then there's Josh. And over here, we have a Winnie the Pooh and a rabbit. I like bunnies. I've mentioned that before. Pooh's pretty cool. I like, again, the way they did his shirt, which is sort of a different color of plant. Another awesome topiary, in this case, Han and Captain Hook. Every time we come to Disney, we find something new. So we found this little walkway down here. Well, I mean, we knew this was here. I think it's one of the special showing areas for when they do their nighttime show illuminations. But we just realized it goes down even further. And so that's England over there. It's kind of the backside of the Rose and Crown pub. And then it just goes, and here we are out on the lagoon. We had no idea this was here. And you get a great view of some of the other pavilions from here. You can see China across the way easily. And there's America right there. Japan's very easy to see. Morocco is gorgeous. Fun fact, Morocco, the king of Morocco sent the royal architect to Disney World to help design the Moroccan pavilion. There's a bit of wind today, which is not bad because it makes the water choppy and look very picturesque. And to give you an idea of where we are, there's the Spaceship Earth over there. We're sort of opposite that as you walk in. It's International Gateway that you're looking there because that's where you come in, and then you can go either left or right. We went left this time, which would lead you to Canada, and walk around that way, and then Mexico is right over there, and that would, if you go, wait, left from here. We went right when we first walked in. Left would take you to Mexico. We're gonna walk all the way around, but it's a view we've never seen before. We had no idea this was here. It's that Disney magic. Josh came up with a supposition, which we think is true. We think that was a smoking area. We don't know where they all are because neither of us smoke, but we think that was a smoking area. And what, now that he said that, what lends credence to that idea is if you look here, you can see there's a sign that says Epcot is now smoke-free. So I wonder if that was a smoking area at one point and is no longer a smoking area because today the new rules have taken effect. Topiary's Beauty and the Beast, of course, because it's a French fairy tale. I love what they did for his coat. Again, just using different colored leaves, even sort of that blue coat color. But then also, there is a Miss Piggy topiary over here, which is wonderful. And I'm a huge fan of the Muppets. I grew up with the Muppets. I love the Muppets. There's nothing the Muppets do that I don't love. So this is the Miss Piggy one. And then over here, we have a Kermit. He is riding around on his bike with some baguettes, you know, because it's France after all. But, wow. That is amazing artistry. And as much as I love the Muppets, these sort of like life-size versions of them are kind of frightening. I'm used to them being hand puppets. Life-size, very strange. Just noticed that the bike is made out of bamboo and that the tire looks like a branch that's been wrapped around it.
Looks like some sort of
and then there's wooden pedals and such. That's incredible.
Love it. Love it.
Here's what they have at the Florida Fresh. Probably gonna get that blackened shrimp and cheddar grills. There's the drinks down there. Yeah, I think I better try that. Here's the shrimp and grits. You get, I think, 3 shrimps with it. 1, 2, yeah, there's a third one in there. 3 shrimps and then lots of grits, and then there's this on the top and it's sort of a corn. Anyway, it looks pretty good. We're gonna give it a go, see what we think. All right, a review of the shrimp and grits. Good. I mean, grits are grits, but they were well done.
The shrimp was well cooked.
Yeah, the shrimp was great. Very tender, not overcooked.
Correct.
There was something in it that was very spicy occasionally. Like you'd have tons of bites and they were perfectly fine, and then you'd bite into something and it was really spicy. And I like spicy food, so that wasn't a problem. It was a surprise when it happened. So, and we're not sure what it was, some kind of jalapeno or some hot pepper in there.
But it got us.
But it was good. I recommend it.
Yes.
We might get it again in a couple days when we're back, but there's so many other things to try. Like it's hard to double up on anything because there's so much that I want to try here. So we might not, but I would eat that again, I guess is what I'm saying. It's nice today here because Epcot is not that busy. The temperature is 84 degrees right now, but there's not a lot of clouds in the sky, so the sun's beating down on you. And you can tell that it's not busy because you can get some food at a booth and you don't have to eat it standing over a trash can. There's actually tables available here. Usually we're standing over a trash can eating it. And the trash cans are pretty clean, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'd much rather eat at a table. And we've been able to this whole time. We are in the Moroccan pavilion right now, and I got a drink. This is the Cypress Sun. It has almond liqueur, so like an amaretto. It has creme de cocoa in it. It also has coconut milk and orange juice. I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking forward to trying it. I saw it on someone else's vlog and I wanted to give it a go because there's nothing about that I don't like. We also got some hummus fries. We heard about the hummus fries on another vlog as well. So we wanted to try these out here. So they're just these little hummus pieces and some kind of dip. All right, let's see what I think. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. What do you think, Josh?
Those are very nice. I like them.
Did you try it with the dip? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. There's some lemon in there, but I feel like they're actually good enough without the lemon. Okay. I forgot to mention that I got these things from the Spice Road table, which is behind me over there. There's a bar there that you can go into, and that's what I did. I just went into the bar and ordered from the bar, along with some of those fries, but they're an appetizer on the menu over there. It's sort of the medium-priced restaurant. Many of the restaurants here sort of have a low, medium, high, you know, as low as Disney gets. We're sitting at tables for the Tangerine Cafe, where if you've seen previous videos, we've gotten shawarma before, and that's the low. Spice Road Cafe, along the water, is sort of the medium-priced one. And then in the back, there's Restaurant Marrakesh, which is the more expensive one, and that has belly dancers and is a lot more of an event. I've heard that they're all actually good. I mean, we've had Tangerine Cafe, and we've only had the one hummus fries from Spice Road table, but they're really good. So They're just a little out of the price range. We were mentioning Le Cellier and everything was $50. That's way out of our price range, but usually an entree being $20, $30 is also out of our price range. We do tend to split things, so a $30 entree isn't that bad when you split it amongst two people, because most of the portions here are big enough for two people to eat. You don't have to have a whole portion to yourself. But still, you know, $30, $40 an entree, it has to be something we really want before we'll cross that line. The smokehouse is in the American Pavilion. Not surprisingly, it's barbecue. Pulled pig slider, beef brisket, burnt ends, and all of this sounds great. Shredded beef brisket, warm chocolate cake, and then there's a number of beer offerings. I've heard good things about all of these. We've been eating all of our way here, so we're not quite super hungry for this, so maybe the next time we're back, but everything on this sounds amazing. I know I've filmed this before, but I always love the trains going there. Actually, all three of them are going right now. There's one there, and you have one up here. It's a little train. There's this little village. They go all across. There are tunnels they can go through, and then there are also bridges and tunnels that go over on this side. So we're on a walkway here. And then there are bridges and tunnels that lead you to this side as well. So they're all three over here right now. There comes one out of the tunnel over there. And this one has moved down over here. It's just very nice. This is in the German Pavilion, but it's right between Germany and Italy. And there's a little town with its little people.
Christmas tree at Christmas time.
And they even have little flower and garden
Yeah, hanging banners.
hanging from their little lampposts. That is a really cool attention to detail. My only problem with these things is that the people look like they're too big to live in the houses. I know that's not a big deal at all, but for some reason it is to me. There's this one over here all by itself on its own track, but it's a train and has little flowers in it going by.
That is so freaking cute.
Bye, train. You'll be back again soon. Oh yeah, there's a couple of people in the back of the caboose.
That's awesome.
Over in the China Pavilion, they have a number of topiaries based on the zodiac signs. They're the Chinese zodiac. And I am a rat. That looks pretty nice. What does it say about the rat? You are imaginative, charming, and truly generous to the people you love. However, you have a tendency to be quick-tempered and overly critical. You're also inclined to be somewhat of an opportunist. Born under the sign, you should be happy in sales. Or as a writer, critic, or publicist. Ugh, I hate sales. Any of those others would be fine. Josh is the ox. I like the corn kernels there. Or like popcorn kernels, not corn kernels. To make up some of this. That's what to say about him. Born leader, inspire confidence from all around you, conservative, methodical, good with your hands, guard against being chauvinistic and always demanding in your own way, would be good as a surgeon, a general, or a hairdresser. We are in the China Pavilion, and we are going to watch their Circle Vision 3D movie called, I don't remember what it's called now. I'll look it up afterwards and tell you. But it's a 360-degree movie. You can see all the screens all around me. And because of that, you don't get to sit. Oh, it's Reflections of China. That's what it is, Reflections of China. I remembered it finally. Anyway, you have to stand at these standing things, so you don't get to sit in here, but it is air conditioned, which makes it really nice right now. In the replica of the Stave Church in the Norway Pavilion, they have a small exhibit to the gods of the Vikings. Most of the big name ones, Odin, of course. And then Thor. Yggdrasil, which is the tree, and all the different realms of the world tree. And we have Loki, of course, the mischievous. And Freya's over there. Then they also have this mural with Odin here. You can see he's got the one eye. And Thor with Mjolnir. And this way is Loki. Looking mischievous. I also like how there's the wolf for Loki. And then I think this is Freya. And she has what looks like a little cat down here. Thor has the goat. And then Odin, someone's standing over there so you can't see it, but Odin has the raven.
It's not a rod, it's just it's history. Yeah.
Most of the way I know about the gods comes from Marvel Comics.
Come on.
But they do a good job of sort of incorporating it in the history, even if it gets comic bookified. Another topiary, the three caballeros. They say we are birds of a feather. We've got Donald in the middle, and Panchito, I think it's Panchito on the left, and Jose Carioca on the right. I like the three caballeros. They're nice topiaries. I mean, the beds of flowers are really pretty too. I haven't been paying as much attention to those because I'm looking at the topiaries, but it's very beautiful. Wanted to show you a shot from across the water here. So you've got the spaceship Earth in the background there, and they have these lanterns just out in the middle of the water. You see the monorail track there as well. Monorail, monorail, monorail. And it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, hey, the monorail's going by. Well, that's picturesque, isn't it? I swear I didn't plan that. This is the booth near the Mexican pavilion. We are going to get the Tlacoyo, goat corn masa with black bean, chorizo, queso fresco. That sounds good. We're also going to get that tres leches cake because I love tres leches cake. They have a few drinks down here too. Nothing we're going to get, but that flour margarita thing looks pretty good. But I already had a drink today, and I'm worried about dehydrating, so I'm going to wait. All right, here's what they look like. We're going to dig into that, and then the tres leche cake. Oh, moist cake. I can't wait to try that. Anyway, we're gonna dig into this. Josh is gonna tell us what he thinks. Take the first bite. Is it crispy? The masa part?
I don't know if I'd say crispy is the word.
What's the word?
I don't know.
Josh is mumbling, but he was saying crispy might not be the word. What do you think?
It's a masa base that's almost been baked.
Okay.
So imagine more of a baked corn. That's why I
Okay.
say not crunchy, but firm. And then chorizo and cheese. It's very nice. I like that.
Is it good? Is
Very
it subtle?
flavorful.
Okay, I'm gonna try it here. We finished our meal, and we liked both of the things. The masa thing is, I've only ever really had masa that I recall in a tamale. This was sort of a bed of it that was baked, and we found it was easier to just sort of pick it up and eat it than it was to try to cut it. It wasn't working as well, but it was very good. There was the right amount of spice on it because chorizo is a spicy sausage. It was very good. The tres leche cake, great. Has sort of a caramel on it. I always like tres leche cake anyway, but this was good, so it's worth it to have those two pieces at that pavilion. The other thing sounded good too, but we didn't want to eat too much. I know I look different all of a sudden because this is a different day. And I was going to put all of our 2 days of Epcot adventures together in one video, but it started to get really, really long. So I'm gonna split it up into the two. So this is gonna end the first one. And then it's gonna be followed up by a second Epcot where we ride a few rides, but mostly we walk around the World Showcase and try some of the food.